Just to catch you up to where we are in the story, this is a story about someone who really likes Lobsterfest, and the story is called Lobsterfest. Every Red Lobster has a consistently eclectic decor. They have weather-worn fishing nets dangling from the wood paneling of the walls, seawater-stained buoys hang in the nets. The dining room on this side is made up to look like the hull of a disused fishing skiff. My booth has a porthole through which I can see the server station. The pristinely made-up ladies and gentlemen of the waitstaff move trays of rice pilaf, skewers of tiger shrimp, large glasses of iced tea. I sit alone and am pretty angry at my coworkers who are probably tucking into their second basket of goddamn garlic bread right now, laughing at how lonely I am. Victor is probably laughing about how lonely and also how unfit I am. Victor has laughing lines in his face. He has laughing lines in his face, but he is also very fit and has a six-pack that he shows to us in the office sometimes. It isn't awkward when he shows them, which is frustrating. I don't look unfit necessarily, at least I don't think so. I breathe a little heavily after lifting something or after I walk too quickly to my car after work. I don't think it's a big deal though. I'm not worried about it. You have to enjoy life. Lobsterfest only comes twice a year, sometimes 3 times a year, depending on how Red Lobster corporate feels. It's special no matter how many times they do it. That's why, despite the fact that I am incredibly lonely, I am also excited for lobster and biscuits and plump fried shrimp and slices of lemon and iced tea and clam chowder. That's right. Fuck Victor, fuck my coworkers, it's motherfucking Lobsterfest, and I aim to get tore the hell up on lobsteritas and Malibu hurricanes. Andrew, the general manager, walks by and smiles at me. Nice. Is that the 98 shirt? Close, I say. 97. He nods. I remember 97, one of my favorites. Andrew has been with the company a long time. Horace, one of the waiters, leans over my table. Oh shit, Tommy, didn't get enough last night, buddy? Never, Horace. Oh man, you should have seen the lobster shipment this morning. It was absolute chaos. Seems like you guys did okay, got it sorted out. Oh fuck yeah, man, never count us out. Well, they've got the rubber bands on. He looks down at my table and his eyes widen. Oh shit, you're in the new girls section. New girl? Well, she's not new. She transferred from Austin last week and she's on lunch now. He leans in a little closer. Dude, she is so fucking hot, I'm serious. I unroll my silverware and place my napkin on my lap. But is she a good server? Dude, who cares? She is so fucking hot. Horace laughs and goes to attend to one of his tables. Horace is nice, but he doesn't seem to get Lobsterfest for what it means. What can I start you out with today, sir? Her name tag says Becky. Her dress pants are pretty tight and the outline of her wine opener is clearly visible in her pocket. I look up before she catches me staring, but linger a fraction of a second at the third button of her pressed white shirt, which is unbuttoned between what I assume are at least C cups. I'm thinking I may need to switch to a Sunset Passion Colada. I'll be right back with that, she says in a perky, seductive voice and turns on her hip, jutting her backside out as she bounces off around the edge of the booth row. Becky, lobster. Becky and lobster. I ache. Becky returns with a tall, skinny glass full of brightly colored booze on her tray. She takes the glass between 2 fingers and slides her hand down the moist exterior. Droplets of condensation form on her fingertips. She bends over the table and places the glass in front of me, the long straw beckoning from the center. I stare at the drink, and then her chest, and then the drink again. Becky stands and rolls her neck, wiping the dew from her forehead. Sorry, it's so hot in here, she says, pushing a few stray strands of hair back over her shoulder. You know how it is, Lobsterfest. I do know how it is, I said. I'm a big fan of Lobsterfest. Me too, says Becky, setting her black tray on the table next to her. She reaches down the front of her apron into the pocket, and for a moment I think I see the glimmer of the thrill of excitement on her face. She slowly withdraws her notepad and pen. Know what you want yet? I do, I say. I want the dream. Becky holds her upper lips gently between her teeth as she jogs on her notepad, her elbows pressed into her sides. Lobster lover's dream, she whispers, perfuming the air with the very words. Her breasts are pressed together, and I take a long, hard stare at them as she focuses on her pad. I'll have it right out for you, she says, picking up her tray and sashaying away toward the kitchen. The dream, as I call it on my website, consists of a split lobster tail that has been fire-grilled and dressed in a crust of butter and garlic, a generous plateful of al dente farfalle pasta, melted select Parmigiano Reggiano, and a second tail boiled in the traditional style. It's laid on the plate with a choice of fresh, moist vegetable or a piquant rice pilaf, my favorite, all surrounding a desirous, decadent garlic butter. Fluffy cheddar bay biscuits, pliable to the finger, toothy and salty, and full in the mouth, are set to the side, there at the diner's discretion. My mouth waters, and I stare into a painting of Poseidon, a mermaid clung to his side. She is drenched in an ecstasy beside the Lord of the Sea, the Lord of Lobster. She is bathed in the frothy whitecaps he calls forth with his mighty trident. She looks like Becky, except that she has a fishtail. Becky returns and bears forth the basket of biscuits. Your dream will be right out. Enjoy these in the meantime. She says these like I'm supposed to know that she isn't talking about biscuits. She stands there at the end of the table just long enough to let me feast on her from hip to neck. I take a biscuit from the basket and split it down the middle while Becky watches. I take a pat of butter and dab it against the pillowy softness. This biscuit touches my tongue and my eyes close involuntarily. When I open them again, Becky is gone, back to the kitchen, but the dizzy aroma of fresh garlic remains. Horace is right. Becky is so hot. Girls like Becky don't go for guys like me, though, because we don't like to work out, or because we run websites about Lobsterfest, or because they can get better guys who don't sweat when they think about food. The cynic in me says that Becky is being nice because she wants a big tip. I always tip well during Lobsterfest. Maybe I can dig down a little deeper for Becky. I will think of her later when I'm bored with TV and I have it muted, and my eyes are closed, and she does not need her shirt anymore, and the smell of sweet lobster clinging still to her chest. I will, in this moment, bury my face between Becky's ethereal breasts and inhale the smell of salt, and of bread, and of butter, and of shrimp batter, and of sweet, sweet shellfish. Through a burst of white light from the kitchen, Becky appears. The steam from the pearly blue plate of my feast obscures her face momentarily, but she lowers it to the table, places it before me, and for a moment I can smell her perfume mixing with the lobster, violets, and salt water. The lobster is, and the cheese, pilaf, it's all just so. Becky checks the plate with wisdom beyond her years and grins. Enjoy. My phone buzzes in my pocket and I pull it out. There's a text message from Victor. Haha, dipshit, too bad you had to be a fatty and go to RL. We have so much garlic bread here, even you would not be able to eat all of it. My phone buzzes again with another message. Don't tell anyone I called you a dipshit, fat ass, or you will pay. Fucking Victor. I stare at my gut. It's bigger than it used to be, of course, but it isn't that big. Certainly there are people bigger than me. I mean, of course there are. I've seen them. They sweat when they walk. They're always out of breath. The French would call me a gourmand, a man of respect and culinary prowess, a lion of a man with an appetite for fine things, fine food, fine drinks, vibrant, passionate, potent. I am that man. Becky, I say as she struts by, I need a mango Mai Tai. She smiles a smile that is more than warm. Sure, I'll bring it right over. Becky gets it. She really understands Lobsterfest. She understands me. As Becky floats away toward the bar, I suddenly realize that I don't want to share her with any other table. I want Becky to be my only waitress for the rest of my life. I want to share with her every Lobsterfest, every shrimp festival, every basket of biscuits, from now until forever. I pick up my fork and stare at my plate, trying to decide where to start. I decide to do pilaf first, then boiled with butter, then grilled without butter, then pilaf, then grilled with butter, then boiled with butter, then pilaf, then drink, then pilaf, then grilled, then boiled, then pilaf. I don't remember passing out. I remember Andrew shaking my shoulders and feeling like my head wasn't attached properly, like my muscles weren't working. I remember lolling back against the booth and trying to say, what happened? Which came out like, what happened? Then I couldn't really see, but I do remember hearing Becky's voice as a glass broke and a paramedic's radio crackled indistinguishable lingo. "Oh fuck, oh God," she said. "Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. Oh shit. So fucking hot, seriously." In extreme cases of hypertension, you can sometimes experience this type of episode. The doctor is wearing a tie that I saw on sale at Men's Warehouse a few months ago. I remember it because it has lobsters on it. I'm doing my best not to think about it. I don't want to call it a stroke exactly because it wasn't. More like a pre-stroke. He flips a few pages. Of course, anyone with blood pressure at your level is at risk for a whole list of things. He taps his pen on the plastic clipboard twice. "Did you know you have high blood pressure?" I look at my hand and the finger-mounted heart rate monitor. It's tight on my index finger and sort of hurts. I think the doctor is waiting for me to say something, but I don't really want to right now. "Well," he says, "I'm sure you had some idea that you weren't well. The nurse will be here in a second to go over some instructions about the nitrostat and some other things. Try to rest until she gets here." He turns and steps out of the room. If I had timed him, it would probably have been under a minute that he spent in here. I'm picturing my insurance form with a big nasty number next to his name. Son of a bitch. The nurse steps in, all white keds and stethoscope. She sets a little bottle next to my bed on the tray and stares into the various machines next to me. I flex my hand, and the long gray cable connecting me twitches on the sheet. "Feeling relaxed, Tom?" I nod. The nurse is perky and professional. She's too old for me to fantasize sexually about her, but too young to give me motherly warmth. It's awkward for both of us. "You had a few calls before your examination. I was told this is from your coworkers." She extracts a rust-colored envelope from behind the papers on her clipboard. "You also got a call from the restaurant asking after you. They said they want to send someone by in the morning to check in with you if it's all right." I nod that it's okay. "Good," she says. "Okay, we've got these nitrostat tablets in case you ever feel a very strong pain in your chest." She explains how to recognize the signs of a heart attack and what steps to take to ensure that I survive such an episode. Early recognition is key, I think. But I'm not thinking about nitrostat, or my heart, or the nurse. I'm thinking about the morning when Becky will come to check in on me. They will send Becky. They must send Becky. I close my eyes and build her figure in my mind. At first her curves are a rough sketch, but soon I recall the precise sweep of skin over hip, the outline of breast, the point of the chin, the cheek, the eye, draping locks of hair. She prowls toward me with synergistic hip sway, a look of thinly veiled hunger on plump lips, black tray at her side. "Tomorrow, sweet Becky, and we will talk of Crustacio's rouge countenance. We will laugh like royalty." Becky stops and wears the cold smile of a sinner. "Tomorrow, darling Thomas, and we will laugh and love, and remember that Red Lobster's fine cuisine can always be part of a healthy balance."